Top 5 smallest cars in the world. Welcome to our channel. Today we're gonna talk about the smallest things on wheels, which might be called cars. It's the babies we've just discovered. Learn more about these sweeties in our website Automania.life. And now let's talk about the cities. Beijing, Moscow, New York, Paris, Sydney, these and tons of other huge fast-developing cities have the same problem. Too many cars in the streets, resulting in awful traffic jams. For the last 2 decades, dimensions of the cars were growing in each car segment. Let's take 7 Series Bmw in the early 90s. It looked like a huge limo. Today, 5th Series Bmw, which is considered as middle-sized saloon, has the same dimensions. If you are one of those who would like to see cars shrinking instead of growing, meet the tiniest cars in the world. These will not only fit in any crowded yard, but also might be carried as a sports bag by Arnold Shwarzneger. Germany is the country of fast and powerful cars. Everyone knows that. It's also the country of exclusive design and experimental cars. Various experiments are born in the heads of engineers for multiple reasons, one of which is the passion to prove that it's possible to build an effective, eco-friendly and affordable car that would look rather attractive. Bmw is one of those car makers which cannot be fitted in any standard. There is a very thrilling person behind the story of the birth of the company, Norbert Stevenson. He was a freelance journalist who was so much into the design of the cars that he attracted companionship and founded a small and tiny city cars manufacturing company. For quite a short period when the company was up and running, Bmw released a few different but also familiar car models. Unfortunately, these cars attracted the attention of the industry just for 5 minutes. Vespa 400. Usually, a shiny Vespa badge is located on fancy scooters which allow you to go through the city jungle. But in the late 60s, company managers tried to enter into the mass car production with this stylish rear-wheel drive cabrio. As small as 2.8 meters in length, was run by tiny 0.4 liters 2-cylinder petrol engine. Lofty modern cars would laugh out loud from this little one. However, as it weighed only 375 kilograms, it was dynamic enough to go through cars-flooded city streets. In our small city cars list, Vespa 400 is one of 2 commercially successful models. Vespa managed to sell more than 12,000 of cars in 1958 only. The vast majority of these baby cars were running in the streets of France and Italy. This tiny dwarf rose and shined thanks to the Top Gear team. It's considered to be the smallest car in the world. Meaning that up to now there is not a single daredevil who would build a car as small as 134 cm in length, 99 cm in width and a height of just 100 cm. Original PLP50 was introduced and manufactured from 1962 to 1965. At that time people did not struggle with parking spots, so extremely small and cheap car interests an extremely small audience. But now, original and authentic PLP50 is worth much more than a brand new Porsche 911. Recently, in the classic cars auction, PLP50 were sold for jaw-breaking sum, 124,000 euros. Commuter cars Tango. Global cars electrification seems very trendy nowadays and looks like it's gonna stay that way. EVs makers are really happy, but it's a real torture to see such a growth for those who started their innovative electric automobiles projects a decade ago, as it was just too early. Commuter cars Tango is the small car with just 99 cm in width and 2.5 meters in length. USA-based company had an idea to sell this car for $108,000 US. The creators of the car stated that this huge price tag does make sense bearing in mind some Tango T600 specs. For example, its dynamics. 0 to 100 km per hour took just 3.2 seconds for this baby. And in the long run it could reach the maximum speed of 240 km an hour. Bmw Isseta. This baby car is in the shape of an egg and even today it looks like it's a future car. Designed in the early 60s, this city car gained quick attention from the industry-leading car manufacturer. In 1955, BMW acquired the manufacturing license of this little bubble and improved some key elements. In no time, this car has become the most popular car ever made and run by a tiny 1-cylinder engine. Bmw Isseta had only 13 horsepower engine, but it took just 3 years to reach a goal of 160,000 of buyers, which back then was a pure joy for BMW. There is a chance that you've seen a modern interpretation of Isseta with an electric engine. Actually, it's one of many trending retro-style modern cars, which we'll be talking about in the upcoming episodes. Subscribe to our Automania.life channel and be the very first to get exciting news.